Oops, no intro, forgot. Not a League of Fire challenge tonight. Just a little bit of fun with Coran Sloss, the Spice Freak. Each week he goes out and he has a little search to see what he can find that might lighten those little Chilli-heads up that we might not have seen before. Sometimes we've seen it before and we just get his take on it. Other times he comes up with something that, just can't find, which I think he does review on one of them later in the week. I'm going to bring him in. It's that guy there.
Oh there. Happy to hear that you found some of the stuff that I've tried before. And yeah, we'll see what Adele thinks of them.
That bottle that you tried before, that was high Reaper percentage.
Oh, yeah. The weirdly cheap, extremely Reaper sauce.
Yeah, the one that had a very extreme high Reaper content, but was cheap as hell.
I don't remember the exact quantity, but I've got it on the shelf behind me, so let's have a look.
Well, I think Adele's reviewing that one this week sometime, because Minnie is trying to kill her and decided to pick it out.
As you can see, not getting through it too fast, because this is 60% Reaper.
60%?
That's a lot of Reaper for something that cost me, I think it was £2.
That's
could have
not
been
sauce.
3 at most.
That's Reaper mash.
Yeah, it's borderline mash, certainly. That's crazy stuff.
Well, yeah, so each week, Minnie picks out 7 sauces for Adele.
Actually, 1 week it's Amy, then she misses a week, and then it's me, and then she misses a week.
Oh, 1 week it's Minnie that picks 7 sauces, the next week it's Amy that picks 7 sauces, and then Adele reviews
And yeah, I saw your post. The middle two are going to be lethal.
Well, I think Adele and Minnie's been arguing this week because she just seems to have went for everyone that had Reaper in it.
Yeah, I don't think I knew the ones at the edges, but the two in the middle, you've got that one, which is 60% Reaper, and then you've got the Batchers XXX, which is a fair bit of extract, and also I believe it is mango sauce, so the base flavor's nice, but there's a ton of heat in there.
From what I remember of the Badgers XXX, me and David Ainsworth tried it while we were down at Edible Ornamentals, and we spent about 10-15 minutes staring across at each other thinking, wow, what the hell?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Really talk much.
That follows with my experience of it.
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to back out and leave you to show us what you've got.
Okay.
Get you nice and big full screen, and I'll see you in a bit, dude. See
you in a bit. So, first things first, I want to say, if my teeth are a little green today, I'm very sorry, but had a really nice wild garlic pesto linguine for my dinner, and went really well with a bit of extra brightness from the Alchemio Kitchen sauces that I talked about recently, specifically the pineapple, shiso, and calamansi one. Evening, Stu. So yeah, just wanted to mention that before starting. Then we've got today a couple of things from Brighton Hot Stuff, or Brighton Hot Sauce, depending on which label you look at. I believe they're brightonhotstuff.co.uk. I will quickly check if it says on the bottle. Oh, brightonhotsauce.co.uk, right. So it's the hot sauce name that they use for their website, but they do a bunch of nuts and stuff as well. They put stuff on rather than sauce on. And this one comes with a tiny little dropper cap, which I'm just going to pop off because we want to see me try a decent amount, right? This is their lychee sauce, and it's lychee and yellow habanero. And you can see it's a decent thickness to it. Not crazy thick, not too thin either. If I tip it too much, it is going to pour on my keyboard. Scared of lychee? That's an interesting fear. What's wrong with lychee? Lychee flavored things I find can be a bit hit or miss. Oh yeah, the classic thing. For Halloween, you take a lychee, you peel it, you cut it open, and you fill the inside with a blueberry so that it looks like a nice white eyeball, but you bite into it and all those sort of pinky reddy juices come out and your teeth get a fake blood stain on them. So yeah, I get that connection. So this one, it's very yellow habanero. The lychee's a little more subtle because, well, lychee's a fairly subtle flavor. but it's definitely got that sweet, fragrant lychee quality to it. And unlike some fake lychee things, it does not taste even the slightest bit soapy. That is all natural lychee in there, and it goes very nicely with the yellow pepper flavor. Heat-wise, it's slightly on the low end, but it's roughly what you'd expect from habanero. And it's very nice. Personally, I think because the lychee is a very fragrant, kind of perfumey fruit, it would go really well with white fish. But they also recommend it as a salad dressing or to mix with mayo, presumably for your chips and stuff. Oh, I can still see all the comments. And yeah, I like that one quite a bit. I'll find some more interesting uses for it in the future. I've only just been able to open it because my hand's not been in the best state this last week. But unbandaged now, should be a bit more usable in the near future. So you'll see me opening a lot more things, I think. Then we got the other thing that came free when I ordered that, their extra hot sweet chili sauce, which doesn't quite live up to its name. I mean, it's definitely hotter than your average sweet chili, but it's not as sweet as your average sweet chili either. This one has roasted red habaneros for a nice rich red chili flavor to it. And they provide a bit of a kick, sort of similar to... No, I don't think I'm up to a guitar solo, though I do have an electric guitar in the other room. Yeah, I think it's a tiny bit hotter than the lychee one, but there's not a big difference in it. It's definitely a habanero level heat. And flavor-wise, yeah, it's a rich red chili flavor. There is some sweetness to it, but it's more sour, and you can taste the rice wine in the rice wine vinegar, as well as that little bit of ginger and garlic that make it somewhat Thai. But it definitely tastes at least as Chinese as it does Thai, I think, and it'll go really nicely in a sweet and sour or something. You really want me to do singing and music, don't you? I am not a musician. Just because I have a good microphone doesn't mean I'm up to that. And plus, YouTube would copyright strike me if I come up with anything that isn't even remote. Well, they'd copyright strike you, any UK Chilli-heads. If I come up with anything that isn't even remotely, or even completely original. Right, so the third thing of the day is from Rocket Ship Hot Sauce, whose web address I don't remember. Is it on the bottle? Yeah, rocketshipsauces.co.uk. Okay, cool. And this one is fairly red pepper based. Got a fair bit of red onion as well, though. And you'll see there's a watery component to this, but the majority of it is quite thick, so it's going to blob out if I'm not careful. There you go. You can see how chunky that is. And this one's going to hurt me a bit. So right away, you get the red pepper, a little bit of smokiness from the smoked paprika. And they do a whole bunch of sauces with the same base as this one. But the reason I got this particular one, it's not their hottest, but it's close to, is because it has chocolate habanero in it, which adds a little bit of extra richness. And then the onion and the Carolina Reaper give it a fairly sharp quality. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, sure. I could try and bring my guitar, but honestly, I'm not going to be able to... Wait, what? No. No, I was expecting more hiccups than this. It's definitely not the strongest Reaper-based sauce. It is only 2%, not the crazy 60 that we saw in that one on the shelf. But yeah, it's pleasant. It's definitely got that sort of richness of the smoked paprika and the chocolate habanero, and that's definitely what makes it Oh, this is their supernova. That's what it is, right? Sorry, I forgot to read that ahead of time. But yeah, that's the best bit of this, I think. It is a bit too heavy on the red bell for me, but I would like a bit more of the chocolate habanero in there. But it's not a bad sauce. And then I think that's a fairly standard use one, but I think it'd go particularly well in a tomatoey pasta sauce, maybe. And the final thing that I've been trying recently, which you may have heard about already on the Facebook group, are these popping candies. From, I believe it's Chris House in the group. And I think they've changed a little bit since the batch he sent me. But what I'm going to say is this one, a jalapeno and blackcurrant, I'm going to have a little bit of it now. But as you can see, I've not got through it because, honestly, I don't really like this one. I find the fruit and the green chili are a bit at odds with each other. Doesn't do it for me. But let's see if you can hear the pop on the microphone. Hopefully you can hear some of that, but I do have a noise filter on, so I'm not sure if you can or not. And the second one, the lemon drop one, you can see was absolutely incredible and is completely gone. Apparently this is the one he's changed least, and with good reason. That was delicious. Would thoroughly recommend. Then there's the Carolina Reaper one, which wasn't quite as good, but was still very good. And apparently it's been tweaked a bit. I think he's added strawberry to this one. Give it a little bit more sweetness. And so the version I've got is probably hotter than the finished version. But this will get me coughing and spluttering, I think. But, yeah, I can't show it to you that well. That look good? Yeah, you can see roughly how much is in my hand. This is, I believe, Chris House. It's not for sale yet, but if you talk to him, he may well send you a sample. And yeah, that Reaper's catching me. If I have too much of this, you'll also see my nose immediately start running. That's why I've not got through this one. Because this one I can only have a small amount at a time, or it will mess me up. Because the interesting thing about the popping candy is that it hits the roof of the mouth. It hits the nasal passage a bit more than just having chili on its own because of the pop. And so, yeah, you pair it with a really hot chili like that, you have a bit too much, it just gets you streaming. I do like the flavor of that one. The Reaper goes rather nicely with the sweetness of the candy. And yeah, I'd recommend that as well. Just take it slow with that one. And yeah, I do believe he has plans to sell these in the end, but it'll be a little while till he's finished the recipe, I think. Hey, Chris. Also, hey, person whose name is going to be censored on YouTube. Or at least I'm assuming it would. Certainly, I'm not going to read it.
I had to bring it up just for the giggle.
Yeah. I understand completely. So yeah, Chris, I believe you're the one who makes this popping candy.
It is, yeah. It's
Good
Chris
stuff.
House.
Not particularly sold on the blackcurrant and jalapeno, but the other two are great. And as you can see, completely out of the lemon drop, and I was within a day.
If you do message him, he might still have some of his super cool stickers lying around.
Oh, yeah, stickers, you say?
As you can see, little Mr. Willy Wonka, or Chili Wonka, is sat hiding in my chili head.
Yeah, can't see very well, but I can see there's something there.
He's got some pretty cool stickers that just fitted in there perfectly.
So yeah, hit him up if you're interested, and we'll see what happens. I think those popping candies and the lychee one were the two most exciting things of the week.
I'm not too sure whether Adele's going to get over her fear of light cheese and give that one a go, but we'll see.
Fair
The
enough.
pop and
Well,
candy, she has tried, and she likes them quite a lot, and she agrees with you. Yeah, that pop makes that burn hit all
Yeah.
over the roof of your mouth and go up into the nasal passage.
definitely hits different other forms of chili product.
Quite interesting burn, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Is there anything else you'd like to show us?
I think that's all I've got this week. So that's
Well,
2 from Brighton Hot Stuff or brightonhotsauces.co.uk. Oh, sorry, just brightonhotsauce.co.uk, no plural.
links will be
And-
provided on the YouTube as it gets uploaded.
Oh, cool. What actually is popping candy? I don't remember. I did look it up years ago when I had the Chili Alchemist stuff, but sadly that got discontinued and is unlikely to be seen again outside of Russell's chocolate, because apparently they just couldn't make it store well, which is interesting because Chris doesn't seem to have had those problems, so not sure what's going on there. This is Rocket Ship Sauces' Supernova, which is
Some of it could have been to do
rocketshipsauces.co.uk.
with marketing things that look like little crystals in a test tube.
Yeah, I did get asked for a lot of that sort of thing in my area. It's not a good area, and I did consider giving them the Reaper stuff one time.
So I'm thinking it might be why it was discontinued, because to try and sell a product in a little test tube that looks like little crystals, it's...
Yeah, Pop Rocks is one of the brands that does popping candy and does popping candy still.
James Nixon says there it is carbonated sugar water.
Ah, okay. Right. But solidified rather than in liquid form like your fizzy drinks. I was under the impression that it was some sort of chemical reaction that basically just made them explode slightly when they got wet.
I thought it was as well.
But yeah, basically solid fizzy juice.
There we go.
Yeah, the other thing was the popping candies from our own Chris house, which you can't find online yet, but you can ask him about.
But they are coming.
Yeah, they are coming. So look forward to those.
Yeah, he has improved the flavours on them since the first batch, and I think you might have the first batch there.
I'm not sure if I have first or second, but I've definitely heard there have been changes since mine.
I believe, yeah, there has been changes. I think Adele got the batch after you.
I mentioned that I'd quite like a little bit more sweetness in with the Reaper, just because it's a fairly not sweet pepper to me. And
Reaper's a flavour that's hard to hide.
From what I've heard, the latest version has strawberry added in. There's that, but the lemon drop has very little changes because the lemon drop was beautiful as was.
There we go. Chris House himself has just confirmed they are coming soon.
Cool. I look forward to it.
So you can snap, crackle, and pop till your heart's content.
Yep.
Kellogg's is going to hit me for that, aren't they?
I don't think Kellogg's can stop you for that one.
But just my luck.
Oh. Chili cornflakes was surprisingly good, though. That does remind me. Because Matt Tangent used to do a brand of chili oil that he called Bang Bang oil that he said was good on cornflakes. I'm like, that sounds ridiculous, but I got to try it. I tried it on camera, and it was a lot better than I expected. That was genuinely good.
Oil on cornflakes.
Ghost pepper oil on cornflakes.
Nah, you're not convincing me.
Fair enough.
It's not going to convince me. Oil on cornflakes doesn't work.
I was very skeptical going into it. I did not think it would work.
I'm going to kick it out before you make me curious and I end up going and trying oil on cornflakes. I've never heard of that one.
Apparently, both the popping candy and the fudge is pre-orderable because Stu's just done it.
And the fudge, little word of warning, guys. You need, if you do order the fudge and hit them up for fudge, you want the lemon meringue. It's rather unusual because it tastes exactly like lemon meringue, but it's not. It's fudge.
Oh, the jalapeno and mint I really liked. I didn't get to try any of the others.
Yeah, you need to get hold of his lemon meringue one. It was, I think it was lemon meringue. It was rather unusual.
Was it lemon drop meringue by any chance?
Possibly, but it had all that zinging bite of lemon and all that. It was bang on.
Nice.
It didn't last a little long anyway. I got a little tiny piece, and when I went back for another bit, it was gone. It was over with and done.
No, my fudge, I had a small taste, and then about 5 minutes later, it was gone because I couldn't stop myself.
Yeah, at least you ate yours. I've done it all hours. She knows I don't like sweet stuff, so she didn't think to serve any. It was just I went back to try and get a bit because I thought there might be some there and wasn't fast enough.
Anyway, I think we've exhausted all of that today, so
I think we have. I'm going to say goodbye to you and goodbye to everybody else.
Yep. See you, everyone.
See you later, dude. Coran the Spice Freak Sloss. Well, you know who I am. And that was New Chilli-heads. So I'm going to say bye to you guys. Thanks for watching. Nothing to stick around for tonight as far as I know, but somebody else might pop up. And out of here. Bye, guys.